Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Hey, we want to shout out to our sponsors, Daytona Beach Comic Con. If you are a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of comic book conventions, and if you like meeting comic book creators and getting comics and comic-related stuff, then you need to make your plans to attend Daytona Beach Comic Con. This year's show is September 7th and 8th. Silverline will be there, so you should make your plans to be there too. We'll see you there. If you like comics and find yourself in the Orlando, Florida area, doesn't everyone come to Orlando at some point in time to see the House of Mouse? But when you're here, you need to make it a point to visit Coliseum of Comics, especially the one on East Colonial Drive. They carry Silverline Comics, even a limited edition Coliseum of Comics version of our comics. So, when you go, be sure to ask for Silverline Comics and tell them we sent you. OCD stands for Orlando Collector Deviants. OCD, Steve and Trish, they're a family of geeks who promote geek things, particularly those around the Orlando, Florida area. They're big supporters of Silverline, and we think you should be supporters of theirs too. Go give them some love. If you are an independent comic book maker and you need to get your independent comics made, you need to look no further than Kablam Digital Printing. They print our books, and they do a bang-up job. They're not only trusted by Silverline, but many, many independent comic book makers. Head on over to kablam.com and see for yourself just how easy it is to have your comic printed by them. And tell them Silverline sent you.
Hi, this is Tim TK, host of That Silverline Show on Tuesday. Join us at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night as we discuss pop culture and the joys of making comics.
Hi, I'm Barb Kilber, co-host of Silverline's Wednesday Wham. Join us each Wednesday nights as we discuss comics, literature, movies, and anything else that may catch our attention.
I'm Roland Mann, and I host Silverline's Silver Sunday. Join me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we make mine Silverline. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Silver Sunday.
Literally just got the computer to work.
Today is January the 8th, 2023. How is everyone doing?
I have no idea.
I'm so tired already.
Me too.
Tired? Why are you tired?
Already tired of the year?
No, I'm not tired of the year. I'm just very, very tired.
Pete, you look sharp in your shirt.
Yeah, I haven't been to bed yet.
What?
No.
Oh, he's a busy man.
Did you do a show this weekend?
No, it's Tanya's birthday today.
That's right. I wished her happy
we
birthday.
We got back from Avatar like an hour ago. Because it goes on for so long.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you wasted your time on that.
We had a 7 o'clock showing, and we got home at midnight.
Good
Such a
grief.
long film. So long, but yeah. So I thought, why bother getting changed? I'm going to go and lie down, and then we'll go and do it.
So you're going to be wiped in the morning.
Going to be so yeah. Having a baby doesn't help either because she wakes up constantly at the moment.
Now she is what, 7 months?
7
now?
months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know I've said it before, and everything I've heard is, girls are so much better than little girls are better than boys. She will, hopefully, because my daughter started sleeping through the night. I think she was like 3 months.
What, how long?
About 3 months. Now,
For 3 months at a time. That's really good.
Now, Brett.
Betty
Now,
saw it
Brett-
for the first few years.
Now, Brett, on the other hand, Brett didn't sleep through the night until he was about 4.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it took a long time. So
I think he's making up for it over at the office when he's at the Kablam office up and out.
Is he
sleeps a lot
sleeping
during
now?
the day. I have to wake him up. Wake up! Get back to work.
So Vic has already said, let's see here. Vic has already said, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. New intro. So I asked him if he liked it, and he said, yep, 9 out of 10. That's good. And then he says, I forget, that means good evening.
Buonasera.
Yeah.
That means
something.
That means none of us understand what he said.
Buonasera. Good evening.
Bonus.
Good evening. Yes.
Oh, how about that? I need 2 languages.
Hey Siri, what does Bonacera mean?
Yeah.
I found this on the web form. What does Bonacera mean? Check it out.
Just telling you to
It
shut
doesn't
up.
say nothing. It says good evening.
Yeah.
I told you not to ask me questions.
Right. Vic says I still don't sleep through the night. Yeah. I think I think as creators, our brains tend to move, don't they? Tend to kind of work all the time. Do you guys find that?
I sleep like a baby. Well, but apparently not, because babies don't sleep well. I say that, no, I sleep fine. It pisses my wife off how easy it is for me to go to sleep.
No, I can fall asleep just about anywhere. I can fall asleep pretty quickly when I'm tired. I just don't sleep 8 hours.
Oh, I'll sleep 10 hours if somebody doesn't wake me up.
No,
I have no problem.
I'm usually up in 4 or 6 hours. So we are talking about flashbacks today. But before we get into that, let's talk about. Last week we kind of had a little impromptu New Year's thing, but let's talk about maybe some highlights of the holidays.
It was cold.
Thomas said, "Hey, Thomas, thanks for dropping by." He goes, "I sleep like a baby, crying, screaming, and wet to bed."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to that now?
Hi guys, thanks for dropping by, Thomas. Good to see you. So Tom,
you can't tell. This is the first time I've been back at my desk. We've been back at my desk since the holidays. And I'm just lifting all the crap I just piled on top of it. So I'll get to that.
Yeah, it looks like you're shoveling stuff
Just
around.
push it. Do like this, Pete. Just take your hand. You got your arm like this. Can you do this?
I can't. It's all the pages. The thing is, because the baby, I don't get to draw at my desk anymore. I draw on my iPad or sitting on the sofa. So
with her in your lap?
Well, no.
Oh.
Well, usually I have to try.
So just out of curiosity, why don't you get to draw at the table anymore?
Because she needs watching 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this is how it works in my house.
Yeah.
I go to work for my little job in the mornings and come home at 3:00. At that point, I have to take over baby jobs.
Yeah.
Because Mummy does it till then.
So, has she lifted her head up yet? I forget about.
Yes, she's not quite sitting up, but she is really trying to strain to get up. Yeah.
So it will become so much easier.
I'll tell you, we got shop for Christmas. She got one of these. She got a little seat you put her in with wheels, and she can walk around. She can't walk yet.
You will love that.
She pushes herself around a little bit, and she got this like little seat with a tray.
Yep.
You can put toys. You can stick toys to, or put food on, and that's good because you can put her in that for about half an hour at a time until she starts getting antsy.
Word of warning about those.
The house yet?
The minute she starts throwing the toys off, and you immediately go pick it up, she's going to figure out, oh, look, this is a game.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw the toys.
I was doing that. Was it yesterday? I was trying to do something. I was trying to print some stuff. And literally just get a toy that clattered onto the floor. I was like, right, I'll get that. Just literally every 2 seconds, picking it up, putting it back.
You got to learn
to do this, pick it up, put it back.
That's when after a while, that's when you learn to say, oh, did you drop that?
Oh, never mind.
Man, until you learn to pick it up, I guess that's where it's going to start.
At one point, she would drop something and instantly forget about it. It never existed before. Now she drops it and we'll look at it and reach and try and grab it. It's like, for God's sake.
You got to learn to do magic. You know, when you take something and then you go, ooh, and then it's gone. And then, oh, well, it's gone now. Oh, well, sorry, sweet.
We took Tiny's birthday, so we went to the Natural History Museum here in London.
That sounds fun.
It's a great museum. It's got dinosaur skeletons and it's got stuffed animals from the Victorian period. It's huge, right? You come to London, it's one of the things you have to do. She was marveling at the skeletons and the dinosaurs, and we've got animatronic T-Rexes and things like that for the kids.
Who doesn't love dinosaurs?
So she had a good time until she fell asleep. She got about an hour out of her before it was like, I'm sleeping. This is all good, but I need a nap.
That's when the prams come in, right?
That's when we get to enjoy it. So,
That's
let's
right.
go look at some animals. This is great.
Tommy, in case you didn't know, a pram is a stroller.
He's got one.
Is it really?
He's got one for his dog. He will have one for his dog.
We do have one for the dog.
Yeah, Pop says, "Hey, Roland and crew, what's up, Pops?
Howdy
Good
do.
to see you."
Howdy do.
And then Thomas.
Pete, I wanted to know:
good see
did you baby proof? Have you started baby proofing everything? For little fingers in light sockets and pulling the drawers open.
She's not moving like that.
Escaping out the front door. But I mean, you've already talking about putting her in a chair that's got wheels. So any minute now,
she can't reach from those wheels. It's got a.
She's
I'm assuming so. It's
do you know what a Dalek is?
A what?
Yeah, from Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Oh, from Doctor Who.
Yeah. You know Davros is. You know Davros is.
No.
Do what?
Davros. You know who Davros is?
Dag Ross.
Davros is the creator.
Is that the
of
guy
Dalek.
that does the paintings with the little pretty clouds and stuff?
Yeah.
No, that's Bob
never
Ross.
mind. You guys have missed out so much on your life.
No, I don't think so.
That's what she reminds me of. She sits in this chair and she just all you can see is waist up and just swiveling around. That's Davros.
So can you bring her into your office while you do that?
I
in
probably
the chair?
could.
Yeah.
I could do actually if I cleared it up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
Let me tell you something else that's really nice, Pete. So especially once she starts, getting a little bit of mobile. I don't even know what they're called. We just always called it a jumper. I know it's something.
We've got one. We've got one.
You hanging on the doorway?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Nanny got her one for Christmas. She's just a
little
too small for it.
Yeah.
You could put her in that thing and then like a slingshot her across the room.
Brittany
Like
used to get in that
you
thing
know,
and spin around.
Yeah.
And then
Orlando.
she would realize that she would do that, and then she'd lift her feet up, and she'd go, ooh, and then she'd stop, and she would literally be doing this.
And you could like hang her out the second floor window and then shoot her down to the ground and then have her bounce back up. That'd be fun.
Which, so we're going to give that a whirl at some point.
Yeah. Yep. Vic says, my niece was leaning on a glass door recently, and I didn't see her and opened. So this kid that can't even move yet almost face planted out the door. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Yeah. You do have to keep an eye on them, and especially once they get mobile, they will get into things so much faster than you can imagine. So did she like Christmas? Probably a little bit young for understanding it all yet.
We had to open a present.
You taught her about the Christmas season and all that good stuff.
It was just, she had a bit of a meltdown Christmas Day in the evening just because she hadn't slept and it all proved a bit too much.
Yeah.
But it was nice. We got.
Are you going to spoil Christmas for her like you're going to spoil Halloween for her?
How so?
By just telling her that it's rotten and it's an American thing and all that kind of stuff.
All of the nonsense this is.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving,
you're probably not going to let her do Thanksgiving either or any of that good stuff? No Thanksgiving or nothing.
Did Mama get new shoes?
Right, let me explain to you what happened, right? Yes, she did get new shoes.
How many pairs?
Wait.
Oh, no, here we go. Oh, here are some of them.
I was going to say, that looked like a big box.
That's the wrong size. You had to return them. Oh, no, another box. Maybe we should just do a show of a camera you can pull back into your room as you're picking up.
Because this is birthday presents.
Oh. That she has yet to open.
This was a £200 pair of shoes.
Wow.
Oops. That weighs a lot. 200 pounds is a lot.
We got them on sale Christmas in the Boxing Day sales on the sales. We got them on sale, so we didn't pay that much. I didn't pay that much. I can't afford that, dude. And
he didn't get my joke about the pounds.
And the other bag was the handbag that matches the shoes.
Of course.
And this morning she said, "Oh, where are all my shoes for my birthday presents?" I said, "What are you talking about? You know where they are." So what, you didn't wrap them? I said, "You were there when you tried them on. What? Why am I wrapping them for?" "Well, because it's my birthday. You should wrap them." I said, "No, you were there.
You could have at least got a bag. You could put them in a a decorative
He
bag.
did have a bag. They were in a bag.
Oh, that's true. The bag it came in from the store.
Where are they? You didn't bring them to me. You know where they are. They're in my studio.
Did you at least get her a cake or anything like that? Birthday?
Yes, she also got shoes for Christmas.
Okay.
Wow. Mama really likes shoes, doesn't she?
Yeah. She likes designer stuff.
What'd you get for Christmas,
I got this shirt.
Peter?
Sure looks
Cool.
nice.
Got this
That's
shirt.
good. You can go biking in that kind of shirt.
I think
That'd be
Brett
a good
got a
bike
shirt
shirt.
kind of like that too.
Would never go biking in any sort of gear. I got some
is that a new
clothes.
comic book just
Oh.
over your shoulder?
Oh, I've got a new comic book down. It's downstairs.
Okay. What is it?
Yeah, no, I'll get it to you next time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. First appearance of not Super Adaptoid because that's DC Comics.
No. Super Adaptoid is Marvel.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was DC.
Mm-mm. I'm going to do a quick Google. But I'm pretty sure that's a Marvel villain. Because I think.
Oh, Amazo's the Super Adaptoid of DC, isn't it? Amazo, the android.
I'm pretty sure that he fought Super Adaptoid, made a brief period. It shows me animation stuff. Yeah. Okay. Here's exactly what I was thinking. Avengers number 45. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a. Let me see if I can open
Right now.
an image. Is that the one you got?
Wait. It's not Avengers 45. Apparently, that's not the first appearance of Super Adaptoid.
I don't know if that's the first appearance or not.
You got robbed already. It says the first appearance, and it wasn't.
The only thing.
Tales of Suspense 82. That's it. Thank you.
So.
Yeah. Right. I can't. Can I screen share?
Yeah, you can. Is that? So here's the Avengers one I'm talking about.
No. Right. Hang on.
Why
Is it present? Do I press present?
Yes, present.
I don't even know this guy.
Right. Am I sharing my screen?
No, not yet.
No. Sorry.
You'll have to.
I can't share my screen. It won't. I've tried this before when it doesn't let me do it.
So
go to Tales of Suspense 82.
Okay, Tales of Suspense 82.
Featuring Iron Man and Captain America.
Oh. Suspense. So that's not it, just above your shoulder then, huh?
Oh, that was Luna's first comic book.
Oh, okay. Let me go. I do remember seeing, yeah. Nice.
98. Yeah, she started good. Oh. The Dalek. Look, the Dalek.
There you go.
Yeah.
Davros is creator. Never mind. You know what? Doesn't matter.
But I don't think Bob Ross actually created that. I don't know why you keep
Bob
saying
Ross. Yeah, Davros. Bro.
He's a painter guy.
I feel like you guys are really missed out on your life.
So, is this the one you got?
No. Tales of Suspense 82. Oh, wait. What have I got then?
That says 82.
No, that's not it.
But it does say the Adaptoid.
Can I do history? Where's my history searches?
Yep.
Oh, for God's sake. Do first appearance Super Adaptoid.
First appearance of Super Adaptoid.
It was 82.
82, October 1966.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe you got a second printing with a different cover on it, Mr.
No. Maybe
Why
that
does
is
it
it.
show
I
me
think
animation?
so.
What's that?
I don't know, but that's not what I wanted to see.
Images. Maybe that is it. No, it's not because he's on the cover.
You didn't even look at it.
Well, see that Avengers issue comes up right there. Let me see what comes up about. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the same one that just popped up. Are you sure that's not the one you got?
Yeah, I'm going to Google it myself now. I'm having a breakdown.
Run downstairs real quick.
It's this one. Tales of Suspense 84.
84.
Sorry, it says 82, but the cover on the picture is 84. Stupid Google.
Yeah, what is Google?
This one.
And he did that. There he is.
There he is. God, that took some work.
Okay, I still don't know the guy.
Really? You don't know the Super Adaptoid?
No, I sure don't.
What?
Man, should
I do not.
Now
Yeah, I
you do.
never. I
Yeah,
never-
I own the comic book, and I still
he
couldn't
looks
remember what it
like a bug boy or something.
Well, no. He takes on all the different
was. Yeah, it's like a Mazo.
Yeah. He takes on all the different powers and abilities of the people that he fights.
Catch up.
So why does he have wings when he's fighting Captain America?
Because I don't know that answer
We'll
to that.
read the issue and find out.
Yeah, that's right. If it was the Avengers, it would make
That's the
sense
idea of
because
the
it would
cover,
probably
isn't
be
it?
the Wasp.
You want to read the one who's got wings.
And see, this looks like Hawkeye, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So what do you call these kind of boots right here? The kind of boots that like
Pirate boots.
pirate boots?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah.
What the heck's going on with Cap's foot there? Look at that.
It's creative license on the drawing there.
You see that?
It's fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
gotta
have a
go
problem
gap.
with it, but look at that. He's
Yeah,
got a
I don't
big
want
gap. Got a big gap in his foot.
It's
Well,
the
don't you?
folds of the. Yeah.
He's got an Achilles heel problem there.
Yeah, the color missed something.
All right, let's
The
see here.
inker didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Vic says, I got my Rye Last Ronin trades and a Charlton comic guide. Facsimile.
That's good.
Cool. Charlton's got good stuff. Because the Falcon was sharing book with Cap, maybe. With the wings. I don't think the Falcon was around just yet, was he?
I don't know.
Last week.
If Pete would have read the book,
I don't think
have that issue.
Falcon was around yet. Because Tales of so let's talk this out. So Tales of Suspense ended at 99, and then Captain America started with 100, as did Iron Man started with 100, right? No, just Captain America did. Iron Man started at 1.
Captain America did, yeah.
Yeah, and Captain America. So Captain America took over Tales of Suspense. The Falcon's first appearance was around 119, 118, something like that. God, I'm showing my geek.
Such a nerd.
Tommy's like, I don't know. When did Spider-Man? I don't know.
I don't know.
What is Captain America?
Was Spider-Man in it? No? Well, then I don't know.
Yeah, that Avengers issue though, it was a good one. I have it, so it was like, oh man, that's a good one. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's a great present there, Pete.
Yeah. So yeah, that and clothes. What did you guys get?
Clothes, some bike stuff.
Don't say bike stuff. Oh.
Bike stuff, bike shirts, some bike jerseys.
I saw that photo of you today on Facebook of you look all man in black.
I know, it was cool. I look good, didn't I? I saw you put a little heart on it on your post. It said you look good in black, and you put a little heart on there. So I appreciate that.
You look like one of the serial killers out of Criminal Minds. Just
Yeah, right.
up, got his helmet and he's just tight spandex. And
Can you throw that picture up, Roland, so everybody that's watching can see my cool picture?
everyone can appreciate.
I think so. Yeah, it was on Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah, my thing. It was put it on the
FBI wanted.
I changed my image thing, whatever you call it.
Avatar.
Thank you.
Saw it this evening.
I'm tired.
God, it's long.
Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Present. I always forget. Share screen. And here we go. There's Tommy. Oh, no. There's Tommy.
There I am. Yeah, that's one good-looking fella right there, boy. Mm-hmm.
World's worst superhero. Look at him go.
I know it's true. That's true.
Thomas says, I gotta go. Dinner time. I'm loving the show. Much love to
Later
everyone
on,
at
Mr.
Silverline.
Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. I think Tommy and I are going to. I think we'll probably see you at one of Tom's shows. Tom's got us in.
We've got
at
one
Tampa.
coming up soon.
Yeah, in Tampa. I don't remember the date. I gotta get better about remembering those. But so we'll probably see you there, Thomas. Thank you for dropping by.
You'll know Tommy. He'll be the one on the bike behind his
I'll
table.
be riding all the way from Orlando on the.
Yeah.
Just doing
So
wheelies.
while I'm here, guys, we got a Kickstarter going on.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's
What
right.
are we at now? We're real close.
Oh, look at that.
It just
I
went
just
up.
saw the numbers went up. Yeah.
What we on?
Thank you, whoever that was.
Yeah, whoever that was, thank you so much. You know, I don't know, it's a little geeky, I guess, but I do like to see those numbers roll up like that. It's kind of fun.
That was fun. Yeah, it should get like little sparkles and stuff. That'd be fun.
Well, you know, if you ever watching it right when it ends, it'll do fireworks and confetti and stuff like that. So we're at $28.91 of a 3,500 goal. I can't do the math. That means let's see, that's 900, that's 100, that's
38, so 700 ish. Yeah,
600, isn't it? Yeah, 600 like $609, isn't it?
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah, we're getting really
we
close.
Still got 14 days, so
14 days to go.
Plenty of stretch goals coming up. We talked about it a little today. Do you have an idea of what we were going to end up doing?
For stretch goals?
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah. So one of the things I want to definitely toss this out. One of the things we kicked around, because we're not doing the retro versions this time. We are kicking around doing retro cover prints. So you still get the cool looking, cool looking cover, retro looking cover, but it comes as a print. But we're still kind of tweaking the details. We what we like to do is we like to get some stuff for the physical backers and stuff for the digital backers as well. Digital stuff tends to be a little harder for us to come up with, but we're coming up with some stuff. So hopefully, I kind of wanted to get that announced today, but that didn't happen. So.
Well, you and I talked about, I don't know if you want to even mention a cool idea that the three of us for sure can
So this let me run down some of these comments.
This is where we're going to people's houses and joining for dinner.
Yes.
And reading,
Vic says
and
20
reading the
minutes in
comic
and
book live to them.
I said it at the top of the hour. I
Yeah.
said we're going to talk about flashbacks.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it, and it'll be a flashback then.
You
got
got to give us a little bit of a break. This is our first show of the year. We're
Yeah.
trying to get talking about what we did for Christmas.
What we
Give
did,
a
yeah,
little break,
absolutely.
little break.
I figure we get at least 30 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Thomas says it'll be great to see you guys. Thank you. I'm sure you're already gone now. Hey, Piper, what's up?
That's right.
Like, subscribe, and party like a man star. Hyper and I were swapping some Twitter messages. Apparently, I mean, I don't know the whole story, but he posted that his wife was giving a sermon today on collecting comics, and so we swapped a couple of things. I said he was sermonating about the evils of not collecting, right? And he goes,
You're sermonating a word.
No, I don't think so.
It is now.
It is now. Good word. The sermonator.
Vic says,
It sounds kind of dirty, but yeah.
Hey, look at this. Hey, you guys, check this out. Look at that. Scott Wakefield. Hey,
What's
man,
up,
I
Mr.
I have
Scott?
nothing constructed to
That's
add.
what we.
but I have
That's
this
what we
show.
hope for. We want people to be listening to this, sort of just in the background, as they do.
So I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure we're going to say some stuff tonight that Scott's going to go, "Oh no, that's totally wrong. That's totally wrong. That's wrong." And then he'll bring it up on the Wednesday Wham show and he'll talk about it.
I know they'll swipe it and run with it. You know those guys.
Vic says, "I'm waiting till I get some cash in a few days to back it." Oh, thank you so very much, Vic. We know because you've said it before. As a youngster like that, we know your cash is very valuable to you. So thank you for that. I'll put myself down there so we don't cover up Pete. Darren Ock says, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Hey,
Mr.
the Ock. Doc
Wow.
Ock. Hey, what a great guy.
So
Doc Ock. He taught me at Koepp School.
I was thinking that
did
he
he?
was
He did.
a Kubert School
Cool.
instructor.
He
What did
was.
he teach, Pete?
He taught me business. The
Business.
business of comic books.
Nice.
And he's a great guy. And hey Tommy, he really loves Halloween too. You
Does he?
two would get on great.
He's a good fellow. Then I'm telling you. I'm
Sweet.
I'm sorry that didn't rub off on you a little bit.
Well, if you're still there, Mr. Ock, please know that I, for one, can thank you for doing that because as a college instructor myself, one of the things that I think for teaching the business, one of the things I think we miss out on in our program is teaching our students the business of writing. We teach them how to write, and then we just set them free. And it's like, okay, now figure it out. You know, we don't go through submissions and contracts, and we don't even talk about rights. You know, and now you know, for writers, things are a little bit different. You know, when you sell prose, you're looking at, you know, first North American serial rights, blah 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 blah, and all that kind of stuff. So we don't talk about any of that. Oh, look at this. Hyper. Always depend on Hyper to hype the campaign. Do you kids know you can get original art from some great artists on the campaign? And he is right. We still have Pete. We still have so many pages of art available for this.
And then Pete and I are doing commissions on there also.
Yes.
I think a bunch of Pete's have already taken. I think I've one or two of mine have taken. So
still
jump
here.
on there.
Oh, look at that. He said, thanks, Pete. And he also says, Peter rocks. Yes, we agree.
Yeah.
Royal Airships, don't you gents look handsome tonight? Especially Pete in his new shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear the crap out of this shirt, I'm telling you.
Vic says,
After
the sermon
today,
of the
I'm
evil in the
retiring my
comics pose.
Christmas shirt, and then that'll be it. This is the last day of the Christmas shirt.
Yeah,
Last
day
day
of
for
Christmas.
till next Christmas.
Do you still do you still have your Christmas decorations up? Tree?
We didn't put up a whole lot because you know Renee was gone for a while, and then we left.
It's
out of
not
town,
Halloween.
so-
They don't put up decorations or anything but Halloween.
Wait, Pete, do you still have your tree up?
Oh God, no.
Wait,
Did you
when
even
take
put
your
a tree
down?
up? He didn't even put one up.
You know what?
He had to. He's got
I
Luna
know,
now.
We went away for Christmas. We went down to Tanya's mum's house.
So he didn't put a tree up.
Because she went to Costa Rica, so we had the house, and we just left the tree up. So her mum came back and got the tree down. So we didn't do that.
That's
she put the tree
evil.
up. She can take the tree down.
Uh-huh.
So you didn't put up any Christmas decorations in your own home then?
Yeah, we put the tree up.
Okay.
We put the tree up. That came down, you know, shortly after we got back.
So when is Boxing Day?
The 26th of December.
So let's talk for a minute because you know
We do this every year. You still don't
Boxing Day?
know what Boxing Day is.
No, and then where you
we
fight.
forget. There's been 364
It's like
days since the
wrestling.
last time we talked about it. So the Boxing Day is just the day that you pack everything up, right?
Sure.
Sure.
We do it. We got to figure it out.
Here's the thing. We don't know what Boxing Day is either.
Oh.
It's just Boxing Day, okay? I guess
sorry.
it might be when you throw the boxes out or when you box
Okay.
things up.
The
No, no.
UK people are a little touchy.
It doesn't matter.
Careful.
It doesn't matter. It's
So
just
did
Boxing
Reliant
Day.
K sing a song about Boxing Day?
Who did?
Reliant K? You don't know Reliant K?
They sound great.
They're actually really good.
That's a flashback, isn't it? Here we go. We've got flashbacks. Done.
I know.
Tick.
It originated as a holiday to give gifts to poor people. Today, Boxing Day forms part of Christmas celebrations, with many people choosing to take advantage of Boxing Day sales. It originated in Great Britain and is celebrated in several countries that blah 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 that were previously part of the empire. The attached bank holiday may take place on December 28th if necessary to ensure. Okay, really doesn't tell much about it, right? I guess just to give poor people gifts. So is that when Tiny
Did you give
Tim?
everybody something?
Is that when Tiny Tim got his?
His-
Oh, this is so funny.
Oh, no.
Hyper says Boxing Day is when the Brits celebrate Mike Tyson's birthday.
It is. It sure
Yeah, we love Mike over here. I'm Mike over here.
Oven says hello, Silverline family. What's
Hello,
up,
Mr.
Oven? So good to see you. Happy New Year to you, Oven. Vic says Boxing Day is basically Black Friday, right?
But after
Yeah,
Christmas.
you know what? Yeah, we have Black Friday here now as well because of you guys. You've sort of imported
Ah,
it.
see, you know,
You're
we're
welcome.
helping you out.
It's just
That's when you buy more
it's
shoes.
not like you guys. You struggle with Black Friday, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like kill or be killed.
Tommy, have you ever gone shopping on Black Friday?
Yes, have you seen what he wears?
Yeah.
He goes in there and
That's
gets
true,
all the black clothes.
All the black
So
clothes.
when my kids were young, my
Used to.
parents came to visit us on Thanksgiving one time, and VJ and I decided we would go to. There were a couple of things, a couple of sales. We're like, hey, let's go to the Black Friday sales. I kid you not, we got up at like 4 a.m. and went to stand in line. We were like 300 deep.
Yeah. Yeah, we
It's
don't
like,
do it that way.
what are you? Why am I going in here? Well, because you can get a 80 screen inch TV for $5. Yeah, but there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, it's good.
My wife's family used to like they would do it all the time, but nobody's. I don't know anybody that actually goes. I never really
Oh, they
cared.
still do it.
I'd still rather pay full price and just go normal.
I don't
I
know.
didn't
When I saw some of the I saw artwork flash by.
Who?
Yours.
Oh, I finished something, and
Can
yeah.
you show it?
No,
Oh.
you don't let me do that until we no, we're not allowed to do that yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I know what it's from. Yeah, of course.
I say I finished something. I've finished all the roughs. I'm now just
The roughs.
penciling them in. Also, I've done a
Nice.
cover. I've also done a cover. So you have to go on the Dropbox and check out the rough cover and make sure you're okay with it. Because I really struggled with the cover for this issue.
Really?
And then I sort of had an idea of something and thought, yeah, I'm going to go with it. And yeah.
Cool. Well, send it on to me. Now,
It's in Dropbox.
now everybody listening is like, you can't do that to us. You're talking about a cover and we don't get to see it.
It's in Dropbox. All the pages are in Dropbox.
Okay,
I don't know
cool.
why the ink hasn't started inking on them.
Yeah.
Man, look at this. Our chat's busy tonight, guys. Oven says Boxing Day should be changed to treasonous
Treasonous
Collins.
Collins.
Oh,
You're
golly,
right.
somebody-
But only in
Oven?
America.
Do not give Pete any ideas. He does not
Only
need
in
any of
America
those
did they.
ideas.
It's not worked out well for you. I mean, it's not worked out well for us, let's be honest with it. Disastrous time.
Scott says, my family brings up Boxing Day because my great-great-grandfather was accosted by vagrants near Liskeard, England.
Liskeard. Okay.
Liskeard.
It
Liskeard's
was
probably
part
down
of- it was
Cornwall. I know
one of-
Scott's family
Pete's family or something.
come from that way.
So Pete's family. So it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, so Liskeard, is this like a good place, Pete, or like, no?
No idea.
Is this like the other side of the tracks that you should avoid?
It's nowhere near London. I know that.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Scott
Pete only
says
goes to the nice
Cornwall.
See, told you. I
Cornwall.
know Scott's family come from Cornwall way. They didn't
So you
breed
probably
down
threw,
there.
your family probably threw spears at his at one point in time.
Probably, yeah. The Cornwallians, they're a different sort of people.
Cornholio.
But saying that, it's a wonderful place to visit. It's Cornwall.
Yeah, I think it
It's
looks,
just
when I
lovely.
look at it on the map, it looks really cold.
Oh, Cornwall. Oh, well, England, but
All
Cornwall.
of it.
Cornwall's lovely.
Okay.
It's south.
Oh, so wait, so is it in Wales? I don't know where Cornwall is.
Lord.
I know
Wales
where
isn't-
Wales is. I don't
you know
know
where
where
Wales
Cornwall
is.
is.
Do you know where Wales is? And you
Uh-huh.
go straight down from Wales. Cornwall is North Devon and Cornwall. Cornwall's right at the bottom left hand
Oh.
corner.
Okay.
Really lovely.
That's
Really
not
lovely.
exactly where I was picturing it. I was not.
Mhm.
I was not imagining it there. I know like the highlights of the of the island. The bigger places, probably. I guess I should
Only
say.
London.
No, I know London. I know obviously Wales.
Go on, I'm going to listen to your highlights now. It's going to be
Oh
laughable.
no.
Go on.
Where did the Beatles come from? Because that's kind of
Manchester? Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool. It's kind of middle west.
If you say so.
Are you telling me I'm wrong? Now you're making me
No,
question.
I'm saying you. I don't know where Liverpool is. I would never venture that far north.
And then I know Oxford is about middle east.
Yeah, Oxford's a
can't
lovely
remember-
part of the world.
I can't remember what town it's in, or is it just a town called Oxford?
Oxfordshire. Oddly
Okay,
enough.
all right.
Oxfordshire.
Oh my goodness! Here we go. Hyper says Batman's parents are dead. Roland adding salt to the wound, talking about his foes. Did you kids know Peter draws a dangerous yet sexy Miss Tree? It's true.
Oh,
Did
that's
you know
right.
Did you know who Miss Tree was before you drew her?
No. But I got sent a lot of reference, and
Okay.
I thought, I know this. I can do this. I can do sexy.
I will also say this, Hyper. He also draws a dangerous yet sexy Miss Fury, which is in Silverline Team Up.
Yeah.
That I'm supposed to eat at some point.
He says, get a commission of your own in the Silverline add-ons. He is absolutely right. You guys, you can still get the add-ons. You can still get I haven't looked to see how many are still available. I'm going to try to do that I'll probably do it tomorrow. I probably won't do it tonight in an update. Vic says, you can't do that to us. You're talking about a cover and you're not even showing it to us. Does Peter like Harriet and Meghan, or does he want to or does he want to throw punch them when they come on TV griping about being fabulously wealthy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look up this cover while we're talking.
No, I've got no problem with Harry and Meghan. It's just hey, it's their life. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and
that's why they're closed, right?
There's a fascination with the royal family that I don't have, and so
they're really. And you know, I don't know, Pete, if you noticed it when you were over here, but Americans have a
you love the royal family because you don't have anything like. Well, no, you do. You have Hollywood stars, but you don't.
Well, we kind of have politicians who won't get out of politics.
Yeah, you shouldn't treat politicians that way. None of them.
Yes,
no.
Pete. That is going to be a kick-ass cover, man. That is
no. Now you're
yeah. Go look at it, Rolla. That's gonna be so good. The way that you like what's his name to be drawn. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say what it is because we're not still leaving that secret. Because I've spoiled it several times. I'm not going to spoil it. Go look.
Champion. I gotta find the drop box.
Yeah, blur it and then put it on screen so people can see.
Oh, I wonder if I can give them a sneak peek. I wonder if I can figure out how to give them a sneak peek.
It's just a rough. Yeah, everybody, just chill. It's just a rough. Obviously, the finished pencils won't look anything like that.
No, probably not. But I'll fix it in the inks.
Yeah, you fix it in the inks.
So, okay, here we go. Issue 2 cover JPEG. I'm opening it now. Scott's like, I tuned in to listen to flashbacks, and you guys haven't flashbacks.
We're flashbacking to Christmas a few days ago. Come on, give us a break.
It's taking a minute to open because I forgot to add it to my desktop. So,
well, mine opened like that.
Well, I have mine set to. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can. All right, I can. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, do that, Pete. Do that, Pete. I hope Rowan likes it.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to. The thing about it is, Kirk's gonna get it
anyway, and we'll make a shirt out of it or something.
See, I really struggled with the cover for this one because of what happens in the issue. I didn't want to make it really dark, and because I could have really gone a really dark angle with it,
right?
Really depressing. And
well, I don't read them, so I don't know what's happening in it.
He's a really great character. Let's just go with it and just make it. Because the idea is the cover. You want to see the cover. I think I want to read that.
We should change the name of the book.
You know, it's funny that you say that. I actually considered changing it to.
I was thinking you can do the speech bubbles on this. Obviously, one character is gesturing in a certain way that it looks like they're saying something. And so you could do a speech bubble where it says something like that.
So so please feel free. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but please feel free whenever you do something like that, make little notes on if you've got suggested dialogue or
if you got something
notes.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I'll do that when I finish the pencils, Ogie. I'm sure you'll come up with ideas as well.
Let me find that. See if I can share that. Here you go. Everybody looking? Everybody still here?
I'm here. Pete's not here. Oh, that's not enough.
It is enough. I can't give it.
that's
I can't
not
show too
enough.
much more. If Hyper is still here,
Yeah, I know because
he's gonna know.
Because I've messed up and said too much in the past. So people
Vic says,
might-
Tommy, I hate you for keeping talking about it.
wait till you see.
I feel like I'm being teased.
You are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's if Hyper's still around, he may have bailed, but if Hyper's still around, I'm sure he's gonna know. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about flashbacks.
All right,
All right,
flashbacks.
So first, before we talk about them, let's define them. Let's give them a broad definition. A flashback is a story element where, as when you're telling a story, there is a kind of a timeout in the story, and a character or an omniscient narrator or something like that says, "This happened in the past." Okay. Now, in television, a lot of TV shows, I should say a lot, some TV shows will do it. And I'm not sure how I feel about it when I watch TV. Sometimes it irritates. Yeah, well, Mike Myers. No. Sometimes they'll have that teaser opener, right? There'll be like a 2-3 minute teaser opener, or something happens,
you won't know what,
and then it cuts, and then it says 24 hours earlier. Right. So technically, that's a flashback because they start in real time, and then they flash back to 24 hours earlier to bring you back up to the point at which you joined the story. That's a flashback. Okay. Now, you can use them in comics a lot. Let's talk about how you handle flashbacks as an artist first, and then we'll talk. So let's kind of talk about how they're done before we start kind of evaluating them a little bit. So, Pete, when you're given flashbacks, what's your method of attack on flashbacks?
Basically, I just aim to try and make them visually very different from the rest of what I'm doing. Jim Lee once did in Batman. He did like the flashback scenes of him as Bruce as a young boy playing stuff were done as like almost a painterly ink wash way, which is very different.
A different style, perhaps.
Yeah, so it's a different style. Or the panel borders are usually done completely different.
Yeah, you can do the panel
Sometimes
borders.
do a wash color.
You can do them squiggly. You can do the panel borders squiggly, or I've
rounded corners.
Rounded corners.
So you can see that they're definitely different.
So you're saying that Jim Lee in the Batman, he drew in a completely different style. His pencils were in a completely different style.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find it for you now. It's right next to me somewhere. Batman Hush.
Oh, I read Hush.
Yeah.
I don't remember the flashbacks like that.
Yeah. This is what really jumped out. I'm going to find
everything goes from like the normal rendering to more simplified. Sometimes, if they're trying to. Well, that's when it's an obvious flashback. I mean, you got those flashbacks sometimes where they're trying to make it nuts.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pop you up here, Pete. Okay.
Right. So this is his normal style of stuff. Right. This is the acting, so it's just his pencils. And then he flicks to the next page is flashback.
Totally wash.
Yeah.
So the reader knows something is
Yes. Yeah.
So it's completely different. I thought that was really cool. Like, that really jumped out at me. I thought I'd do that. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. The point is, look at this. Vic's jumping on me here. The point is, you need a difference between present panels and past panels.
Yeah.
Exactly right. You need some kind of visual that alerts the reader that, hey, what you were looking at was in the present, and now this is a different time.
Yeah.
And obviously,
do you do that every time? I mean, is there sometimes as a writer would you try to? And I'm not saying trick, but you're trying to have as a story element where all of a sudden you pick up the new issue and reading, and then all of a sudden it flips over to the current time, and you're like, oh, that was a flashback. I didn't realize.
Yeah, if it's meant to be a surprise, and then suddenly, like you say, 24 hours earlier, then.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
The thing about something like that. Okay, so it's like dream sequences. So one of the things that one of the reasons that you kind of teach or you try to tell writers not to do oh no, he woke up and it was all a dream kind of story is because you create a distrust in the reader, right? If the reader reads if they read 21 pages and thinking, "Oh my gosh, all this stuff is
And he
happening."
wakes up and goes, "None of that happened." You know?
Right, none of that happened. You've just lied to the reader for 21 pages, right? Now, if the reader is in on it,
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
famous one, isn't it?
yeah. Now, if the reader is in on it, if they like know it's a dream, then all this stuff happened, and you're not lying to them because the reader's like, "Hey, I know this is a dream. I'm with you. I'm going here with you," right? I would think as long as you don't do something like that, but it's a flashback.
That's a dream, but that's not a flashback, right? Because a flashback is basically something that supposedly did happen, right?
No. Yeah, flashback did happen. It's just it happened before our current continuity, right?
Yes.
Here you go, Pete. Disco balls in every flashback corner.
That's
You're
what-
welcome.
There you go.
And there's a man that knows.
That sounds like
Smoky border.
It
Everything.
sounds like something that Dazzler would have done, right?
I'm sure Darren drew though a few of those into corners.
You've got some other. I think some comics did floating heads telling the story of a flashback. Yeah,
You saw that a lot, where like it was somebody talking. You know.
Yep, you'd have the big head, but then you would also have the panel there, right? So they would be talking, and then this stuff would be happening.
Usually, a lot of times they'll use a less saturated color for those panels that they're doing. Yeah.
Well, and so hold on, let me get these up here.
What's the difference between a flashback and a recap?
Well,
Because issue 4 of Trump's, we have that first page recap, right? Of those 4 panels where it's saying it's already happened.
Yeah,
I didn't do those.
Yeah, Roland.
Did those as normal because it's just recapping the story, right?
Right. Yeah, to catch them up. It's like in case you missed the last 3 issues, here's what you missed.
All right. Flashback would be, would have the little dialogue times at the front of the books that you would read. And the last episode, Spider-Man did such and such and such.
Yeah, right. Yes. Yeah. But that is a recap. So what?
But is that the same thing as a flashback, a story element?
I would say no, because a flashback kind of comes in the So all right, so
because a flashback could be anywhere.
Well, yeah, right. And a flashback kind of comes in the process of current continuity, right? While a recap is like before you read this issue, here's what you need to know, right? So it's not really a flashback. Man, these comments just keep coming. Hyper said talking about Jim Lee, that's a great way to handle a flashback. Look at him, here we go. He goes, check out Divinity and Trumps from Silverline now on Kickstarter. Oh, Pete's he must have.
I'm back.
Whoa, there's 2 beats. Oh,
yeah, there was 2 beats. Yeah.
Oh god, that was
Just
way too many
sort of
for a
crashed out.
second there. I was fixing to leave. I don't know.
People were talking, and then it went silent. I thought, are they waiting for me to talk? And then I looked up, and it was all just going round and round and round. I was like, oh.
Let's see here. Like that Batman Halloween special that was released in December with the plot of A Christmas Carol. You knew it was a dream. Follow Man Roland and Peter Clinton Art is Tommy on Twitter. Tell us, Tommy, are you on Twitter?
Yes, I am. It's just Floramonte at Floramonte, I believe.
At Floramonte. So yep. So follow us all. So here's all right. So as a writer, so one of the things that happens, one of the ways that I try to encourage writers to use flashbacks is a lot of times, you guys, writers will have an idea for a story. It's like, okay, here's my story. But the problem is they'll say, but before I tell you my story, you need to know all of this crap, right? And then they'll front load it with all kinds of stuff. 99% of the time, you do not need to know all that front crap, right? And so, but sometimes as you're moving through the story, you're like,
but if you did need to know all that, you're telling a different story, right?
Right. It usually is a different story. Yeah. So, but sometimes there are elements from. Oh man, would this happen? Hold on, I gotta block something here real quick.
Oh no, some wordy words coming on.
Porn bots.
Yes.
Find love.
Peter. Your daughter is on there putting porn on the
so
how old was she again?
Crap, I forgot where I was at here. Oh yeah. So sometimes when you're
That was a flashback.
in the process of telling the story, right? You're like, oh, there's something that the reader needs to know, but I didn't tell it. So you just pick that little piece up and you bring it in. An example of this, and I should have got the book out earlier. An example was in Cat and Mouse #2, right? I'll use my own for reference. So, you guys, if you'll remember, as Brett, I'm gonna big me. As Brett's looking for Bobby, right? He goes in and he breaks in to the hold on, let me get that. He breaks into the mansion, and then you'll notice he sits down with Bobby, and she starts telling him why she won't go home. So right, yep, this is the current time, and then she starts telling him the story, and you'll see they're all in rounded corners, right, rounded panels, alerting the reader visually that this is a flashback, and also these captions are just her still speaking, right? She speaks and continues to tell the story, but she's kind of narrating the story, right? And so the purpose for this is I didn't need to tell this at the front, right? This is something I wanted to wait and reveal to the reader at this point in time, so they're like, oh, this is why she's running away from home. This is why she's not being a good girl and staying at home when they get her back, right? I was sorry, fighting the kids to get ready for bed. Missed the bots. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. You're good. Vic says we don't need your exposition dump. Hyper ban like the wind. That's right. It's right. Hyper has a ranch. So, anyway, so they can be very useful for that. Now, the danger is a couple of fold. I think as I see it, there's two dangers, right? The first danger is using flashbacks too much in your story. If you have a 22-page story and 11 pages of your story are flashbacks, that's way too much. That's just way too much, right? And the other danger is 11 pages too many.
If you've got that many pages, which story are you telling?
Right.
This current story, or are you telling the story from the flashback?
Right. Yeah, and the other danger is confusing the reader. I think if you got too many flashbacks, you'll confuse the reader. It's like, okay, what story am I reading? Am I reading this story, or is it this story? What's important?
Well, it's kind of like the Spider-Man stuff. You know, every now and again, you have to have that little flashback of when Uncle Ben died, all that kind of
baby
stuff.
screaming.
So
okay, I'll mute you, Pete, until I see you come back.
Yes.
So we don't hear baby screaming.
Although
I didn't hear the baby. Did you?
Nope.
No.
I think Peter had to go to the bathroom.
Well, he has had a long day.
He did have a long day.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna send Brett a quick message. Hey, because Brett has a shirt just like that. Hey, put on your brown flannel. Come see me real quick. Short and quick. See if he. I will even check his messages.
Hold on, you keep that going.
Okay. Suddenly, I am alone here.
You're not. You're still listening. I'm gonna make fun of you too. Hold on.
Vic says the Jim Shooter. Every comic is someone first. Logic, man. Vic, you can continue to impress me in your knowledge at your age. You're absolutely right. Jim Shooter gets a lot of flack now. I have met Jim Shooter and talked with Jim Shooter. I never had the pleasure to work with him. He gets a lot of flack from people who worked with him. So, there must be something to it, but I don't know what that is. He was only, he was nothing but nice anytime I've ever met him. Again, I didn't work with him, but yes, every comic is someone's first comic. Look at you.
See how like it takes a bit of
yeah. Yeah. If I would put on Brett's if I could actually wear it. Yeah, check Mark Fenton. It's good to see you, Mark. He says
Howdy
Jim was
do.
writing comics as a teen. He is right. Jim's first, if I recall correctly, Jim's first writing came when he was 14, I think. He was selling stories professionally at 14. Vic says, "I'll put a flannel on and pop it."
Well, a question I think I brought up to you earlier today. By the way, if people don't know that Roland and I go bike riding a lot, so we talked about this a little earlier today. How much or how much is doing flashbacks too often? Like, how many times do we need a flashback of of Uncle Ben dying from Spider-Man, or Batman's parents getting killed and stuff? I mean, how many times do we need to see all that over and over again?
Hold on, I'll get an answer from Brett. So it kind of goes to a shooter's the shooter idea is that
Well, what I guess my point is, what's the purpose of the flashback? Do we need to keep knowing that Peter Parker was involved with his uncle dying?
So the problem comes in the way comics have shifted some, and when they used to be, on the newsstand, and the expectations were people would just randomly buy a comic, right? And so part of that was like you never knew when someone would pick up the first issue. And the last thing you want, I tell my students, is the cardinal sin of writers is a confused reader. If you're confusing the reader, that's not the reader's fault. I have students who will read some of the stuff in our class. They'll read comics, and they're like, "I was so confused, and it must be just because I don't have comic reading experience." And I'm like, "No. It's because the writer was bad. The writer did a bad job. If you are confused in reading a comic, it's the writer's fault and not your fault." And some of that has to do with too many jumps. A lot of writers modern writers particularly, try to think of their comic book as it's a TV show or a film. And yes, sir, that one. So, Pete's not here. Can you hang with me just a second? You gotta let Tommy see you though. You mind being on camera? Right. I think I hear Pete coming back. Yeah, they're see. Look at his shirt.
It's kind of hard to see. It's all black.
Stand up just a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah. So
it's flannel day. Roland needs a flannel shirt.
Pete got a new flannel. I said, that looks a lot like the one Brett got. So he's taking care of baby now. Oh. Hyper says, I'm a confused reader, but my wife says it's just because I'm dumb.
That's not nice.
Hyper, that's between you and your wife.
Your
Supergirl wife. Scott says, I think they reintroduced Racer X in every episode of Speed Racer. And I think, so I think there are certain elements that you have to have in kind of every story, because some of it is think about the things you remember about the X-Men. I'm waiting for Pete to come back so he can see your shirt. Yeah. Think about there's things that you know about some of these characters. Tommy, what's the first things you think? Did you read X-Men?
Me?
Yeah.
Different points of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you remember about X-Men? What do you remember about Wolverine?
Oh. What am I supposed to say?
He's the best.
He's the what?
He's the best.
He's the best.
Come on, somebody in chat, help Tommy out. He's the best. You don't remember this about Wolverine?
No.
Huh?
What he does?
Oh, come here. Even my son. Brett, what do you say?
He's the best at what he does.
Yes. He's the best at what he does, and you don't know the second part?
No.
Look, Vic. Look at Vic. Man, I can always count on Vic. Cyclops. Oh, whoops, hold on. Here we go. He's the best at what he does.
Huh.
And then Vic says, and what he does, it isn't very nice. Yeah. You don't remember that from the X-Men books?
No, I don't.
Really?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's like every time Wolverine was introduced, Wolverine.
I'm like
he's
potato.
he's the
I'm
best
stupid, I guess.
he's the best there is at what he does, and what he does isn't very nice. And so there were things.
I guess. Yeah.
That was very Chris Claremontian, and he would put that in like every single issue of the X-Men. So, but here's the thing that I say is that there are things like that with all the comic books that you absolutely. The fact that you're bringing up Uncle Ben about Spider-Man shows you how much that stuck with you. So I'm going to ask you this: why do you think knowing about Uncle Ben is important to you as the reader to know about Spider-Man? I'm sorry, he was here.
No,
But the baby cried, so he had to go answer baby.
Well, it's the responsibility line, but yeah,
Yes,
but still, yeah, the great power is great responsibility, of course.
Okay, I'll leave the door open and I'll just holler at you. Oh, okay, all right.
So
Brett's
nobody's
like-
listening. It's just you and I. I think I don't have a problem with them doing those flashbacks over and over because I do realize that people need to be reminded, or there's new people and stuff. I was just bringing that up, but yeah, no.
Here we go. Here's Speed Racers. Scott says, unknown to Speed, Racer X is his older brother Rex. Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah, but this is information that if you didn't know this and you just tuned into an episode of Speed Racer and you saw Speed Racer and Racer X going at it, it wouldn't mean much to you.
So
But
I guess in a short tiny, if they don't draw it out and keep making 15 minutes of it, trying to explain who Racer X is and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a little quickie thing. That's because that's what you're talking about. If it's out of your 22-page book, if it's 13, 14 pages of the flashback explaining how Uncle Ben died, eventually you're like, this is enough.
Yeah, I don't recall it exactly, but 2 panels. Spider-Man not stopping the thief, and then because that's important because he made the decision not to stop the thief as he runs by, and then showing Uncle Ben dead, maybe Spider-Man holding that's all you need.
And then realizing that's who it was.
Pete,
he
Pete
could have
can
stopped.
narrate.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Did Jessica fix these? Thank you, Jessica. I get to. I'm on. Can I show?
Is that a Christmas present?
No.
A cookie.
I got a cookie. I think I hear Pete. Oh, come back. It's not quite. Come back.
It's good enough for me.
All right.
So here you go, Pete. Look. See, look at that.
Oh, hi. One child to another.
That's all I wanted. Although yours is considerably wrinklier than.
Well, because mine was also shoved in my suitcase.
You should have unpacked by now.
I should have, but I haven't.
Okay. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. This is. Hey, if Hyper's still there, this is all of the peanut brittle that I got left.
Oh.
Our mystery boxes. I sent them all some peanut brittle, and this is all that's left of mine. So good. Scott says flashback episodes are always cheap and quick ways to fill space. Oh my goodness.
Well, let's hope that they use them in a way to move the story.
Well,
on.
so I'm not a fan of a flashback episode. An entire episode that's a flashback. I'm not a I'm not a fan of. Piper says time for a new batch. Yeah, it's my mom makes this, and she's in Arkansas. Occasionally, I can talk her into mailing me some, but I don't. I'm not a fan of an entire episode being a flashback. I don't mind a flashback, because as Scott said, flashback episodes, particularly, in anime, as we were saying, comics too. I remember Avengers number 137. The entire thing, except for the first page and the last page, I think, was a reprint. And it's like
a reprint.
A reprint. Yes.
Okay.
It was a story originally presented somewhere else, and I'm like, I am not buying the Avengers for it to be a reprint. It was a Beast story, and I think like the first 2 pages, there weren't very many new pages, maximum 3 or 4, but the entire interior part was all a flashback. So. I was very upset about that. But the going back to that, I'm not a fan of an entire episode being a flashback, but you can use a flashback within the episode. I'm okay with that. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Royal Airship says, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day because of all of the shirts there going on.
Yeah. Pete has not noticed yet.
No, not yet. Like the original Mirage Teenage
Well, you got a lovely red and blue check, black check. So you do look like a lumberjack. I look stylish.
It's because you're American, Tommy. You look like a lumberjack.
The difference between you and me is I make this look good.
Ow. Shots fired. Shots fired.
All right. I'm taking this off.
Oh,
We are
you
going
wearing
to
a Christmas jumper?
Yes.
Bit much.
Royal Airship says every episode of Highlander had a flashback, but it enhance the story. You know what? I love the Highlander first movie, but and Dean Zachary keeps telling me how good the series is.
I never got into
The series is good. It is good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it though.
But I think when you're dealing with someone who's immortal and has lived for, you can't not have flashbacks. Otherwise, what's the point of having lived all that time?
Right. Yeah. Especially if you're starting the story in modern times, like, well, okay, if they're immortal, then what the heck have they been doing for like 3,000 years?
Yeah.
You know.
Like every vampire movie, half of it's a flashback.
Oh, Scott says I'm not a fan either. When they do it on TV, it's bad, and it's obviously done because they ran out of material. Yeah,
It's always a flashback.
Because
just cobble together cuts of last few seasons.
Yeah, because that's what, especially in the TV ones. Yeah, it's just them pulling. Golly, I'm just thinking of some of the like the Three's Company ones. I remember I'm thinking of TV flashbacks. Three's Company ones where they would just use the old stuff. Well, you remember when Chrissy did such and such? Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That was a 70s thing.
I love Three's Company.
Yeah. Let's see here. Vic says the classic X-Men series was all that with minor changes. Yeah, classic X-Men. So Marvel did, and Darren has another comment about Marvel here. But Marvel was actually really good about having reprint series. So classic X-Men was a reprint of the original X-Men series. I can think of a couple of others. They had Marvel Triple Action, I think, was a reprint of the Avengers, and Marvel Tales was a reprint of Spider-Man. That's the way I got to read a lot of the original, Stanley Romita stories, because obviously I wasn't around when they first started getting them published. But I bought all those old Marvel Tales because those were cheaper. I couldn't afford the originals, and
they're worth some money now. Those Marvel Tales.
Are they really? The reprints?
The early ones. Yeah.
Wait, the reprints?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I need to go. I gave them all to Brett.
No one can really afford Spider-Man.
That's true. Yeah.
So they go to Marvel Tales, and that pumps the price up.
Ha!
They're not. I mean, comparable to Spider-Man, they're cheap.
Right.
But they're still a fair bit of money. Those early ones.
Really? I may have to go steal them out of Brett's boxes.
Yeah.
Nope.
I gave
mean,
them
you've
all
got to be
to
in good
Brett.
condition, Roland.
Darren says Marvel in the mid-'90s had character profiles and story recaps printed inside the front cover, which worked and spared the issue.
Yeah.
This was dropped for ad space. I think. That's a great idea. I remember. The Avengers used to always have on the splash page too. I'm trying to remember. There was a caption box at the top, kind of the team. The Earth's Mightiest Avengers, the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, blah 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 blah, and then it would kind of draw you into the story. Royal Airship says Highlander series gets better as it goes on. Vic says Tommy, speaking of vampires, by Twilight Graham issues 1 through not 3. Dude. Why are you hating on number 4? It's a 4-issue series, Vic. Twilight Graham 1 through 4 We're actually
Or-
getting ready to put it together as a compilation as well.
As a trade, yeah.
Marvel tells what's Spidey reprints plus some inventory stories. I don't remember any inventory stories, but I'm not saying that that's not the case. It's possible because I haven't seen Marvel Tales in a long time. The later ones became back stock of inventory stories. Yeah, I could see it being a dumping ground for inventory stories that they never used.
So what's easier to swallow, I guess, as far as a flashback? If in a comic, when there's a flashback and it's redrawn by whoever it is, and it's something that we obviously have seen before, and they're just flashing back to something that we already know, say the Spider-Man, Uncle Ben stuff. But like in TV shows, they just use old footage of stuff. But in comics, they tend to redraw all the stuff. So does it feel like you're getting more for your money? Because you did talk about that Avengers book that was all just a reprint, except for the first and last page. That would have been kind of a ripoff.
Oh my!
I would have been a little upset.
It's Avengers number 137. I still remember it.
I'm gonna have to look for that one.
Yeah,
but yeah. So what's easier to swallow if it is a full on redrawn rather than using artwork from some other.
So I don't mind so if I'm buying a reprint issue, like Pete was talking, the original Spider-Mans are unaffordable for most normal human beings. Yeah. And so, if I know it's a reprint, like I've got a reprint of the Avengers number 4, because that's I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? I have those. I'll never get 4 because I can't afford it. So I have a reprint of number 4. I know it's a reprint. It's intended to be a reprint, but it's a reprint from front to back. So I have no problem with that. But if it's sold like this Avengers 137, if it's sold as a new comic and 90% of it is reprint content, and they didn't redraw it, they just lifted it straight from the.
And it was it was supposed to be taken as a flashback kind of a storytelling thing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's weird. Very odd.
Yeah, I think I think most flashbacks you're talking about like somebody else drawing.
Now, of course, if it's a flashback of something that we don't know, and they're just trying to fill you in on some information that happened to Pete last week that we didn't know that we need to know about today, then of course Pete's gonna have to draw.
Let's say for instance, let's speculate for a moment. Let's say. So Pete's already drawn Silverline Team Up number 2, but let's say it's Silverline Team Up number 3. Let's just say I'm Cat and Mouse are in, and I wanted to
like some specific something that happened in Cat and Mouse number 1.
Right. Yeah. So I wouldn't in my script. I wouldn't
take copy and paste those.
Because I mean,
Pete would have to redraw that in his own.
Yeah, exactly what I would do. I would say, all right, Pete, now here's the reference material. Just draw a couple of flashback panels that show this, right?
Of what the same thing that kind of happened.
Yes.
The way that you would draw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a whole lot easier to take. And that's mostly what happens too.
That is mostly what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, as a reader, as a fan, I prefer that because I want to see whoever the artist is draw. I mean, I'm buying the book probably because of the writer or the artist.
Sure.
And so I want to see them, not somebody else.
Well, I only bring it up because we did talk. We brought in like TVs or movies where they they pull scenes from actual footage from other stuff just because to make it so it's easier to get through. No, somebody's still got to draw that whole issue, even though it happened a couple of issues ago.
And I think some of that, as Scott pointed out earlier, I think some of that is cheaper to do. It's particularly like a television show.
Yes,
so you're like, hey, we're running behind. Let's toss together some clips from the old stuff.
They're sitting around the table in the kitchen going, boy, you remember when we went to the beach?
Yeah, it takes them an hour to film it, and then they just gotta get the video editors to splice it all together in the splicing room. Vic says I like reprints. It helps me not to have to buy a $50 single issue. I'm with you there.
Yep.
Wait, I thought number 4 was in the last Kickstarter that wasn't funded. I don't think so. Was it?
What? Number 4, what?
Twilight Grim number 4. Was it in the last?
No.
Yeah, it's done. I'm going to. I'm flipping through my comics here just to make sure, but I am. Yep, here it's done. Vic, here we go.
That's
See?
right.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that cover.
That's number 4 right there.
That's a good looking cover.
Yeah, it is. Wait, Vic says, "Well, then buy 1 through 4."
There you go.
Yeah. That's right.
Thank you, Mrs.
So do you think? So obviously the title was a little bit meant to be a little bit clickbait.
Should they be banned? We didn't get to that. Yeah.
Nah. Well, I don't think so either. I don't know that. Actually, there may be people who advocate for banning flashbacks.
No, I like a flashback. I liked in the X-Men. You found out Wolverine's real name was Logan in the flashback.
Yeah.
In a much later issue when he turned up. That was cool.
Ban flashbacks. Then when you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table, Pete, and you're talking about what your aunt and them did back in high school or whatever. Well, that's a flashback. Yeah, you can't talk about anything if you get.
They don't have Thanksgiving.
That's right. I know. I was just giving them a hard time.
We got Boxing Day. Thank you very much.
Boxing Day. Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That's a Super Nintendo game that they play.
So
said, yeah.
Here's a question for you. All right, we got 22 pages in our stories. Should and I'm not saying that we need to say, oh, here's the law, you can't have more than, but as a creator, right, who is also a reader, when you have 22 pages of story, in your mind, what are you thinking? What's the maximum amount of those pages do you think should be? Ooh, I like this one. Oh, you're absolutely right. Darren says the only sin is to put a flashback in a flashback.
Oh, that would be cool.
God,
we should try that next issue.
Or maybe a flashback that had a scene from the future.
Yeah, flashback into a flashback into
another universe.
Forward.
Yeah. Whoa.
Flashback to a flash forward.
Yeah.
What if they flashback
banning
to
anything
right
in comics is a
before
bad
the
idea,
flashback?
excluding illegal stuff, obviously. Yeah. So I mean, 22 pages. Should there be? Should we as creators impose like, okay, well, we should only have 10 pages of flashback
per issue? I think it matters. It's just it's all up to the story. It's whatever fits in. Well, you shouldn't go nuts with it, but I think it's fine.
As long as you're not reprinting something from another issue, I think you're fine. Otherwise, you're just reprinting an issue. It's not really a flashback.
Yeah.
But we kind of said that flashbacks don't necessarily have to be of something that it's not a reprint. I mean, flashback could just be
yes. Well,
something that last week I went to Christmas. Wouldn't that be a flashback? Me telling you what I did at Christmas in Mississippi. That's kind of a flashback, right?
Yeah, particularly if we had visuals to go with it.
Right.
Yeah. Right now it's just a conversation, right?
Yeah.
But they're going to be fuming when they pick up Champ Fury issue 4 and find it's all a dream.
Oh my gosh! No, we're not going to do that. No, anybody listening, that's not true.
That's not happening.
See, it's like this, right? She's telling him information that he doesn't know, right? It's like, okay, here's stuff. So that's a flashback, but it's stuff that he doesn't know, right?
And it's not stuff that you've read before.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Flashback in a flashback. That would be so
flashback of time travel stuff.
5 pages, like an average fight scene.
I suppose. Yeah. 5 pages is a lot for a flashback, but it depends on the story, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah. 5 pages is I think a long flashback.
That's pretty big. Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of real estate.
There's no speaking of that. I think I've said that on this stream before. I think in 22 pages, what I try to do as a writer is I try to have 11 pages, 22-page book, right? I try to have 11 pages with action, and then 11 pages that don't have action, right? Part of that is that you want the story, you want the mood and emotion of the story to ebb and flow as it pulls the reader through with their emotions and all that kind of stuff. But the other part of it is, it is a visual medium, and we want exciting stuff, and people sitting around. Sometimes you need quiet scenes to convey information, but
you need to know why the people are fighting, and then we get to the fighting.
But you don't want 3 pages of talking heads, sitting around the kitchen, sitting around the Thanksgiving table, It's because that's boring. You're about to say something, Tommy?
No.
Okay.
I agree.
But the other thing is that I know, and this goes back to a conversation I had with Jerry Bingham a long time ago. And he was complaining about, I won't say who, but he was complaining about writers. It's like, I don't like working with that writer. And I said, why not? And he said, because that's it. It's all talking heads. He goes, I can't tell he goes, I take my pages to conventions to sell. Nobody wants those because there's no action.
And they're not as fun to draw. As an inker, I don't mind as much because I'm having a ball inking whatever it is, because it's me trying to make it cool, regardless of what the penciler. But I can see the penciler getting bored, having to draw just people sitting around the kitchen table eating. Yeah, see, that's what he's done. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's not fun, because it's not really, Yeah. To me, it's always. To me, regardless of what it is, it's a big action thing going on because I'm trying to make it look dynamic and having a ball. And then Pete's like, this guy is eating a hamburger. Oh boy, how boring can this be?
Well, I remember the one time I did get to have lunch with Stan Lee. He talked about, he was singing Jack Kirby's praises, and he was saying, Jack Kirby, he could make, someone taking a dump look exciting.
Oh. Could you, Pete?
Yeah.
It's all about the camera angle, right?
That's right. It depends on. I think you should do like a worm's eye view. Right down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Vic says, I like some domestic scenes because it makes me have to think more about how to make it artistic. Yeah, and as the artist, it is all about telling the story. Yeah. So I don't know that we have. I think we certainly agree that we're not going to ban flashbacks. But I don't think that.
You can't have too much.
I do think that you can have too much. I think if your story is if your story is more flashback than in modern times, then I think you're telling a different story.
Yeah, that's
unless it's in the case you do something like that, here's an action scene, and then you say 24 hours ago, and then you catch up, right? That's a flashback, but you kind of rewind the button and then bring your reader back up. You know what I'm saying?
I know that they changed it up a whole bunch, but the Wolverine movie with Sabretooth in it, where they jumped, way back when they were, just doing all that. I mean, that went on and on and on every time they kept going back of them, through their different parts of their lives, becoming who they were and stuff. But
the film, it was really cool. I really liked that actually.
Yeah, it was. So that worked out. So sometimes a lot of flashback works out really well.
I think it depends on kind of what the story calls for, right?
Yeah.
Hyper says, Pete is a star. I want to see him draw many things. Someone on the loo is not on that list.
He's going to be very disappointed.
Because that's in the next issue. That's the splash page right there.
Splash page is what if it was Miss Fury on the loo there?
Oh, that's even less.
Roland, did you email? No, I did not. Vic, send me an email, please, because
to last week's party.
I will email RA, but you need to send me. I'll forget about it, so send me an email, and I think you're on Twitter or a tweet, private message, whatever. Send me some kind of message so that I won't forget. I use my email as my to-do list. So send that to me. Guys, my clock says 9:28, so that means we need to wrap up. This has been a fun night. Not sure where Haley is, but we need to make sure that we chastise her for not showing up. She's supposed to be here. We lost Roberta to Wednesday nights.
She
and no telling where Wubba is. He keeps saying he's going to show up, and Mike Belcher says he's going to show up. No telling where they are. But we will keep soldiering along. Anything else, guys, that you want to say today that I did not?
I just wanted to make sure we wished everybody. I know we did the New Year's thing the other day, and I got cut off, and I had something I ended up getting yanked off the screen. Just wanted to wish everybody Merry Christmas or whatever it is you do, and Happy New Year, because I was unable to do that the other night.
Yeah. Yep.
Shut up, Pete.
I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say. Okay. Pete's Scrooging tonight. Look at
I will say I did get to watch the best Scrooge at Christmas. The one with, of course, Patrick Stewart. I thoroughly enjoyed Patrick Stewart. It's one of the greatest British exports of all time.
What is it? What's it called?
Patrick Scrooge.
Christmas.
Patrick Stewart Scrooge.
Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Patrick, listen, I love Patrick Stewart, man.
Oh.
Have you seen Pete?
Except for the new Picard movies.
Have you seen Braveheart?
That's terrible.
Not Braveheart. Right. I'm sorry. Have you seen
Men in Tights?
Excalibur?
Yeah.
Excalibur?
Young Patrick Stewart.
Young Patrick Stewart.
Oh.
He plays Lancelot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really good. He's not in much of the movie, but it's
about that much.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's
very
good in it. Yeah. So Darren says, "Good show, all the best. Thank you so much, Darren, for tuning in. Really appreciate it." Vic says, "What's the topic next week?" Vic, don't make me look these things up.
We barely talk about it when we get there. So.
Why? So we could go on 40 minutes.
I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I think next week. I think we're gonna have.
I think it's flash forwards.
I think
flash forward.
Yeah,
we're having time travel.
Piero next week.
For
Martin Piero with the Cosmic Times. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So we'll see. And Hyper says Patrick Stewart Scrooge is one of my favorites.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
He did it as a one. You remember he did it as a one-man play. That Scrooge thing, you can find that every now and again somewhere. Really? Yeah. Look it up. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
He's not looking it up. I'll find it and send it to you, punk.
Okay, yeah.
All right, guys. I know that if you saw the video before, this thing's changed. The end has changed just a little bit too, not too much. But shout out to our sponsors. Daytona Beach Comic Con is September 9th and 10th. Make your plans. Hyper looking to find you there this year. This is be about the third or fourth year, Hyper. So you need to make plans. Bring the wife. Take her to the beach and just say, "Oh, look, there's a Comic Con going on."
Show. How about that?
we
what a shock! What a surprise!
That's weird. So strange.
So I'm sure she wouldn't mind that at all. He says, didn't know about the play, only seen the TNT TV movie. So don't forget, guys, we've got a Tuesday show, that Silverline show on Tuesday. They'll be here this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Our time. No, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern time. And then the Whammers will be here Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Hyper. Yeah, and we will be back next week talking to Martin Piero about Cosmic Times and see what he's got in store for the new year. Maybe we can get some ideas from Martin. Wait, don't do that yet. I gotta get the button. All right, so until
I spoiled the illusion. My hand was in the way.
Remember to make fun. Good night, everyone.
I'm April Hunter. Make mine Silverline.
All right.